Good afternoon. We are doing the July garden tour. It's been about a month and a couple days since June, since we did the June garden tour. It's just as messy, just as awkward. There's construction equipment because my husband and his friend are building a trebuchet, so we kind of just share the space. I'm Suze, by the way. Welcome to my witchy homestead. Let's take a look at this garden. We'll start with the kids' beds again, and kind of go from there. So this is our first bed. The strawberries at the front are really doing really well. Carrots. These are tiny baby toms or something. I will have all the varieties down in the basement in the description box. But we actually, if I can really get in there, we have some baby tomatoes, which is great because my girls love their tomatoes. Oh, look at the big one back there. Cool. And then we have their pepper plant. The girls' beds are the exact same, with mostly. And look, the watermelon has a flower on it. Oh, and it's a female. Cool. Oops. And then their marigolds. That's a female. Sorry, I'm so distracted. Oh my goodness. It's only put on males before. There's a male. So that's so exciting. And there's the tomatoes. See them? There they are. Okay. Then we have this bed. These are sugar baby watermelons, so they're going to get big. No flowers. That's okay, but there's tomatoes in the tomato bush, or in the tomato patch, so that's cool. So this is the other bed. Not as many tomatoes, but they are coming. They are coming. Right there. Right there. And then strawberries and carrots and the beautiful pepper plants. These are just bell peppers. This right here is berries and cream mint. And I just did a harvest on this. Not that you can even really tell. It bounced back so well. Just did it yesterday even. And then we have my son's bed, which is an absolute mess. So these are new. We had to take out the kale, and these are Blue Lake bush beans. And then this is a cayenne pepper that if you saw the tour, the June tour, which I'll link below, I rescued in hopes of saving them. They're doing pretty well. There's 4 of those. That guy's not looking so good. And a guy hiding back there. This is a Habanadda pepper. There's 2 of them in this garden, and the one is here. And his basil is being eaten, like, pretty badly. And I put forks here because something was trying to jump in his bed at one point. And these are the big peppers in the middle, are the same as the girls. They are the California Wonder Golden or something. And they're doing really well too. They've been flowering. Let's see. Oh, and that's going to be a pepper. And then, of course, my chamomile bed with its first chamomile flower. But if you really look, you can see something's eating it. So I'm not sure how many, like right there, not sure how many harvests we're going to get from that. And then there's the big. Oh, that can't be good. That's really, really close. Huh. Okay, so we're going to start. This is actually bed 1. So this is 1, this is 2, the other trellis is 3, then 4, then 5. So we're going to start with bed 1. These are the Wisconsin pickling cucumbers that I've sowed after, like this is next sowing after the snow peas. Then there is my beautiful, it's looking really good. This is a hothouse tomato. And then in here are Bing cherries. That's what the girls are. They're baby Bing. And mine are just Bing. cherry tomatoes. There's lots of them coming, and hopefully we're going to get lots more. And then these are Rosco Sicilian tomatoes. And we have some nice ones starting, which is great. Oh, there's another one right there. Haha. So I'm really excited about those. Oh, look at those. There's like 4 right there. That's really cool. Okay, and then we have onions, which are starting to show signs of being ready to be harvested. And then a bunch of weeds. So also in bed 1, all along here are Blue Lake bush beans. And then I also have some, woo, that was a grasshopper. And some celery as well. I have some down at the other end of this bed, I believe. Yep, I can see it. And then we have the Fiesta giant calendula. And like I've been harvesting pretty good on these. My neighbors probably think I'm Morticia at this point because I see the flowers open and I come out and I cut them off. So we are going to make things with them. So there's those. Look at how gorgeous. And then there's the other celery hiding in the carrots. And then we have some red onions and carrots. These are the Danvers half-long carrots, I believe. This is my apple mint, which I had to really cut back. Oh, it's starting to try and go to flower. We are going to stop that right now while we are here. No flowers. Sorry, mint. This is lemon balm. I've gotten a harvest off of this, and it's not as big as I had hoped, but I'm really happy with it. I keep forgetting it's like first year. Trebuchet. I'm telling you. So this is the snow lavender, and this is the normal lavender, and we're starting to get flowers again, which is great. So along the front here, we have chocolate mint, chives, lemongrass, chocolate mint, and chocolate mint in the buckets. I moved them around. I'm starting to reorganize. I don't know why, but I am, for things to get more sun, I guess. And then in the drawers that we talked about, still the same. Celery, parsley, which I harvested, and the random strawberry. I don't know why. Dill with a carrot, and more dill that is trying. It's just holding on. And then we have our spearmint, which is looking great, which is fantastic. I'm so happy. I love spearmint. And then this empty round bucket we're going to do something with. This is bed 4, but that's okay. This is a good one to do next. This over here, this is all seeded with dill. So we're getting more dill for fall. So hopefully we'll have enough dill for cucumbers, no pickles. And then we have peppers, which is really fun. Sorry, I still have this mint in my hand. Hold on. I don't know what to do with that. I'll throw that in that empty bed. This right here is a jalapeno fooled you pepper. So it's not... It's a sweet pepper version of a jalapeno, so it tastes like a jalapeno, but isn't. And down on this end, I believe these ones are all... I'm so confused by this bed. I have it all written down, but I know, like it's gorgeous and I'm so happy, but I know that that's a Sugar Rush peach pepper. And these 6 right here, this one, that one, this one, and these ones are jalapenos, which is fabulous. These ones here, these 3 here are Mad Hatter peppers, and those ones are 2 Aji, I call them magnetos. I will have it in the description box, but apparently these 5 plants are all very similar to the Habanadda, which is a habanero with no heat. So that's interesting. And then I believe, gosh, I wish my memory were better. I believe this is Tabasco. I hope. I have a whole bunch in there. And then we'll go to this pepper bed. Oh, and this is all onions as well. These were sets of onions that are getting ready to be harvested. We have these. These are the jalapeno fulgu that have actual little baby jalapenos on them, which is really cool. Really, really cool. I'm really happy. And then we have a habanadda, and then more Blue Lake bush beans. And that one's, all of these are, except for this little guy here, these are all the jalapeno fulgu, which is really fun. And then this bed, this is bed 2. So here we have Wisconsin pickling cucumbers. Then we have, I'll take you closer, and then I seeded with more after the snow peas. And then these are the cucamelons, the Danvers half-long carrots again with a couple onions, calendula, and then we have the Blue Lake bush beans again at the back. And in this bed, this is a black beauty, no, not a black beauty, a jackpot zucchini. And then I had one over here too. I don't even know if you can see that, but where is it? Right there. It got eaten by something. So we only have 2 zucchini plants, one there and one in the other bin. Bed, not bin. So I want to show you this cute little cucamelon. Oh my goodness. These are supposed to be really prolific, but like we only have the one that I know of. So we'll see what happens. Oh, look. Pollination. Hee hee, makes it happen. Wisconsin cucumbers. Wow, that grasshopper. But look, we've got some cucumbers hanging out over here. We did try our first one this week. I loved it. My son loved it. One of my little girls refused to try it because it was out of the garden. Don't know why. And the other one loved it. So hopefully, fingers crossed. But that was a homemade pickle from over there. So let's go over here to the next bed. So this is technically bed 3. So these are the homemade pickle. Then we have lemon cucumbers down here. This is a mess. So this is straight 8 cucumbers and cucamelons down over here. And I had a bit of a dumb moment. I kept waiting for the cucamelons to be more hardy like the straight 8 because I thought I put more in, and they were cucamelons. It took me weeks to remember I did that. Weeks, I tell you. Like, I didn't write it down, but I'm like, why aren't these getting big like the other ones? Because they're cucamelons. And of course we have more onions and just so many flowers. So many pretty, pretty flowers. Then we'll come around here. And these are the contender bush beans, along with our other zucchini right there. And these are the multiplier onions in here. And look, we have more forks. And my beautiful zinnias are coming out. I have a key lime pie mix, and then a raspberry lime something in here. And then this was supposed to be parsley. Oh, that poor grasshopper, I keep scaring it. This was supposed to be parsley, but nothing came up, so I might have to reseed that again or do something else. And then this is my beautiful bed. This is our tomato, bean, basil, other peppers bed. Let me back up a little bit so you can see it without tripping. Oh my goodness, like this is so full. Like this bed makes me so happy. So let's take a look. So these are fantastic. We did some maintenance on these last week together, which is great. They're much more open now. And these are the Roma Supremo, and it's just absolutely loaded with tomatoes, and I am so excited. And then down in here, let's get down, we have my rosemary, which isn't doing well, it's doing okay. It's just not growing very fast, probably because there's no sun. And then we have 3 lemon jalapeno peppers bushes. There's one here, and then hold on, I gotta find the other one down there with a beautiful flower on it. And these are all Blue Lake bush beans that are kind of, there's some over here, some over there, all over the place. And we have basil on this corner. I have to go around all the herbs, which we will do in a minute. And then these are the Heinz tomatoes. And like I have a double, I don't know, can I get it? I have a double tomato there, which I think is really fun. And like they're gorgeous. There's not as many as the Roma Supremo yet, but I think they're just slower because they did like flower later. They did flower later, or start flowering later than the Romas, so I think they're just a little bit behind, but God, I hope I get a ton of them. I want to make ketchup out of the Heinz tomatoes. And also, hiding in here, we have some holy basil, which I learned I do not like the smell of. My neighbor is drying it for me. And then we have the Blue Lake bush beans, and like, these are loaded with beans. I am so happy. We're going to pick these right after I'm done this video. With you, of course. And then there's another holy basil. I'm letting it go to flower. I'm letting it go to flower because apparently it tastes better and smells better. I hate how it smells right now, so maybe we'll see. So this was supposed to be lemon mint. It is not. I have no idea what it is, but it's growing all over the place. And like, this is not. Maybe it is. I don't know. It doesn't smell like lemon. It doesn't smell like mint. It kind of smells like gas to me. I don't know. And then these are my herb buckets that those are all empty. Weed City. These are all of my herbs. So we have the thyme, skullcap, feverfew. Sage is starting just to like absolutely pop off, which is great. I'm so happy. I didn't think it would look like this at all. Tarragon, which, oh geez, these hid in the tarragon. Echinacea, purple coneflower, oregano. All 3 of those are lime balm, which I prefer to the lemon balm actually. This is more skullcap, and that is ashwagandha. Yep, that's ashwagandha, and I am missing an oregano. How does an oregano go missing? Where's my oregano? I have the variegated oregano. Oh, and it's right there. Dummy McDum-Dum. There's my beautiful oregano, and there's my other beautiful oregano. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to show you, there we go, we're too close. When I'm watching so I don't trip over anything. One thing I forgot to show you in my June garden haul is my gothic planter bucket, which I love. There's a Stevia in the middle, and then creeping Jenny, sweet potato vines, and snapdragons. Look at this. Isn't this phenomenal? Like, I am so happy with this. This is the 3rd or 4th set of blooms on the snapdragons. Unfortunately, everything in this bin or planter was purchased as a plant. My snapdragons, I don't know if I told you this, my snapdragons decided they wanted to bite the dust that I started from seed. I've planted 40 seeds and got 4 plants. And then those 4 plants bit the dust. So as we're making our way over, we are heading over to my experimental bed. Now we need to talk about this. It's pathetic. It doesn't get enough sun for anything. When I was watching it last year and deciding what to plant in it, there was more sun I forgot to account for tree growth. So now maybe there's 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of sun a day. Not enough, that's for sure. So now that we're at my experimental bed, it is very, very empty. I was going to say everything looks good, but it doesn't. Who are we kidding? It doesn't look good. So, here's the comfrey. Here's the comfrey. That is off the tree. I don't know. I haven't been fertilizing the comfrey. I've been fertilizing the garden, but not the comfrey, and maybe I should. It's just too shady. These are, what are these? These are squash. These are mini butternut squashes. These are baby butters or something. We have been getting flowers on them. That's a starship squash. We're not getting anything off that. Look, we're starting to get maybe a marigold flower off this. And like my beans are trying to do something. Like they're trying, but they're so eaten. By what? I don't know. And then there's my pumpkins. They have put on a couple of flowers, but not really. I just want 3 pumpkins. It's all plants. But I don't think we're getting those, to be honest. Once again, bushes, beans. These are zinnias in here. Well, that one's a zinnia, and that one's a zinnia, and I put in 50 seeds in here. None of the sunflowers germinated. The calendula's looking rough. The Chamomile's rough. The tomatoes are like, I mean, this one's looking good. This is the Heinz variety. It's still looking okay, not great. That is a Bing cherry. It's not doing well. The marigold is. It's nice. And there's a basil. So I am going to have to figure out what to plant in this bed. Even if it's just flowers. Because nothing's growing with the lack of shade. So that's my July garden tour. I'm really happy with some things, really not happy with others, and really concerned about others. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for spending your time with me. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.